Hi and welcome Capricorn. My name is Elizabeth Bratcher and I am here to do your reading for the month of July. So how I work with the monthly readings, guys, is I will focus a little bit on career, money, finances, work, all of that kind of thing in the spread, and then I'll have a look at love and relationships. With love and relationships, it'll also include friends, family, all of that kind of energy. And then I'll pull a spread, just looking at what you need to know most over the month of July. Okay, that's all right. I'll call myself then. What I want to say to you is, I'll have a look over the month of July, and that's just sort of looking at what it is that you need to know most. Okay, so energetically, anything can come through with that. And it's also looking at just like self-reflection a lot as well. Okay, so guys, just remember, including the cross watchers, that I am reading for a lot of you, so not everything is always going to resonate. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? I always appreciate a like or a thumbs up on the video as well, comment, all of that kind of stuff. And also please subscribe to the channel while you're here. I do daily reads and weekly reads as well. You'll also find me doing live feeds. If I'm not here, I will be on Facebook doing the live feeds. Stock standard is 8 p.m. New South Wales time at Friday evenings, but I will also do another one through the week intermittently as well. Okay, so guys, I'm reading as usual with my Sun and Moon Tarot, also reading with my Elizacle deck that's there. And just quickly as well, you'll know that the live feed workshop is out. Okay, so for those of you that are looking to build your own spiritual business up a little bit more in a reputable and professional way, there's a workshop out that's showing you guys just the etiquette and professionalism and a little bit of also the technical know-how behind the live feeds as well. That's up and going, and also there'll be a workshop released this week which will be focused on the psychic development. Okay, so just keep a heads up on that. They'll be on the Facebook pages, but also within my own booking systems as well. All right, okay guys, so let's have a look at business, finance and career first. Woo. As you guys know, I always give the cards a good shuffle before I start because I am not the world's greatest shuffler. Alright, so business, money, finance, career, all of that kind of energy for you guys. Capricorn, let's have a look for the month of July. Okay, so your energy for the month is completions and phases, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune, completions and phases, completions, Wheel of Fortune. You know, you've got the Two of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. All right, okay. So what I want to sit with you guys now, let me just pull these cards and see what they want to say too. Yeah, okay, see, all right, so what I want to say to you guys, Capricorn, around money and things like that, okay, for those of you that are I want to say with business, but I also want to say with work, where you're in a position where you can be moving forward, but you're perhaps holding yourself back a little bit or feel like you should have already moved forward. This is about moving forward, and it's like that self-gratification in a deserved way, okay, not in a selfish way that's there. It's like moving forward, and I feel like the energy around it for you guys is that, you know, that Two of Swords energy that sits there. The thing that always resonates with me around that card is that she's holding the swords up and she's not, you know, that blindfold that's there. Her hands are free, but she's choosing to keep herself a little bit guarded. And I feel like that's kind of reflective for you guys, Capricorn, this month, where, you know, get out of your own way a little bit, having a look at the bigger picture, and just kind of seeing where you're at and bringing in the losing this and having more of this, because you're going to bring in energy to you, bring in back to your own synchronicity. Like, you know, then you've got the Six of Pentacles, you've got the Nine of Pentacles that falls into play. I do feel like you're going to make a decision to actually walk away from some components because you've got the Five of Cups that sits there, okay? Now you're walking away and it's not the easiest thing to do, but you know that there's still things to be salvaged, and I feel like you understand that that's what you're going to build upon. Okay, so definitely kind of like you've got the detox card that's there, but then you've got the growth card and letting go of things that are binding you, you know. So getting out of your own way a lot is what I want to say. It's time to kind of get out of your own way. Yeah, I can explain that in 100 different ways, but that's what it is. Let me move that bottle out of the way. You know, the self-discipline, the structure, and everything else like that. It's like we're going from one moment to another. Yeah, thank you. The completions, the phases, that's the thing around that card, is that you know, that's it. You've got to step in, you've got to stay in alignment, you've got to go with the flow. And even if you don't feel like you're at that point of success yet, you've got to step into it, because otherwise you're not going to be. You know, understand that there's a completion, there's a phase, and that next phase is a good one. And I feel like you need to step in your own energy and actually, you know, create a little bit more strength and structure around you to hold on to that stronger, okay? Now you've also got like the card about taking 5, so don't overwork yourself, okay? Make sure that you're looking after yourself through that. The detox card and the 5 of Cups, the card, as I said, you're letting go of something, you know what I mean? But then you've got the growth card that follows straight after it. So the self-awareness, the opportunity, the potential that comes into it, you know, that little alarm bell telling you that it's time. So there's a lot of energy in that for you guys, Capricorn. So I just want to sit there with that. And that includes with work, like not being recognised for the promotion that you should feel like you should have got, you know, a job coming up into the company and you holding your loyalty to this position and you really want to go to that position, you know, switching, even just all of that kind of energy about you putting to kind of leap forward and knowing that it's time to and not actually holding back onto it, okay? Now, I want to say that as well for people who are waiting for work to come in, get out of your own way a little bit that's there, because I feel like it really does create an instant shift, okay? It's not a get out of your own way as in being stubborn and things, but like when energy builds up behind us and, you know, things have been a little bit heavy, perhaps we've been looking for a little while, all that kind of stuff, you know, it can bring us down. And I just want to say, you know, again, to release the binds around you and just really keep your energy forward. I feel like it actually brings I feel like it brings change around for you this month, okay? Other than that, I just want to say things are doing that are doing. If you're thinking about making some big financial acquisitions, I want to say to you as well, make sure that you're reading everything that's there, okay? I feel like there might need to be a little bit of compromise around it. So we're talking big financial, you know, cars, houses, you know, boats, thousands of dollars of things is what I'm sitting with that's there. So for those of you that resonates with, I would say you might need to be open with a little bit of compromise and make sure that you are reading everything, okay? Don't necessarily think that the offers and the deals in front of you are the right ones. Read the fine print. Read the fine print. That's a really strong message in that. Read the fine print. For anyone that's signing any contracts or anything else like that this month, read the fine print. That jumps out a lot. Okay. All right. So that's business and finance. I feel that's what I've got for you. Okay. Work, career, all of that kind of stuff that's there as well. All right. So I just want to have a quick look at love and relationships for you guys as well. So again, just keeping in mind this includes friends, family, all of that kind of energy. All right. Okay, so there's a couple of little different directions I want to go straight away. One of them is that I feel like some of you are actually going to make some connections this month with people that you haven't seen for a while. Okay, and I feel like that there might be a little bit of travel involved with this, and don't get me wrong, it might only be like an hour or two of travel. For some of you, it will be a greater distance that's there, but I just feel like, yeah, there's like old connections perhaps coming in around for some of you from family and distance family that you haven't heard from for a long time. Now, you've also got the 10 of Wands. So you've got the 5 of Wands energy. You've also got the, let me have a look. Yeah, so you've got the 5 of Swords energy that sits there, okay? As you can tell, there's been a little bit of argumentative energy around. Now, the 10 of Wands as well, being weighted down with burdens and, you know, carrying a load that's perhaps a little bit too heavy for your back to actually bear and it's starting to weigh you down. You've also got the Devil energy that sits there as well. You know, there's chains, there's things that are holding you back. You know, there's old behaviours, old patterns and routines and things like that that really need to be addressed to snap yourself out of that energy. And, you know, that snap yourself out of the energy, and it's in relationships that are like binding, long term. I want to say the word binding. There's chains that are connecting you guys. Okay, so these are the relationships that we're reflecting on. Now you've got the 6 of Cups that sits there, and I feel like it's when we release that energy of the Devil that sits there that we can actually move forward into that energy. But it's about confronting fears and transformations, like stepping into true self. And so for some of you, it's going to be also stepping away. That's staying connected to self, you know, putting yourself first ultimately, because you only get to do this life one time, okay? Your energy for the month is frustrations, which sits really nicely, or not so nicely, I guess, with the 5 of Swords that's there. So just be really mindful as you're stepping through with the, you know, relationships this month. And I feel like I'm sending in quite a generic overall, like I hate the word generic. What I mean by that is I feel like for some of you, this is going to apply to like close relationships, but for some of you, it's going to be family, and for some of you, it's going to be like best friend type relationships, okay? So I feel like there's just like this, almost a shift in an energy, you know, churning. okay? And these are things that have been brewing. This isn't new. This hasn't just popped in for the month of July. This is something that's already been there, I would dare say, for several months, at least. Okay, just for those of you who need to resonate to it. My throat catches, so metaphysically speaking, just make sure you clear a voice. Make sure you're saying what you need to say, confronting your fears, and that's fears around self, taking a moment to keep grounded. That says it seems there's a lot of you in this, okay? That's the thing around it, which is why it's flowing out to so many different ways. It's really coming and connected to you. And again, when I focus on that, communication. Okay, make sure you're speaking your truth this month. Make sure you're listening to yourself, staying connected to yourself. It's going to be really important for whichever way the relationships flail out to you guys this month. And as I said, you've either resonated with the energy or you haven't, so don't try to make it fit, because obviously we don't want to put problems where they don't lay, okay? Because otherwise I'm just feeling a nice even flow. Like, and I'm actually, when I say that, I see happy connections as well. All right, so if the energy doesn't resonate, don't, because it, always focuses on what needed to know most. So otherwise, I just want to say keep enjoying. It feels like you're actually onto something really special. But if that energy resonates, then there's a lot in the way. You're carrying too much. There's old patterns and behaviours that are getting in the way, but you're starting to realise that there's going to be some losses that are there. Confidence moving away for some of you into self. For some of you, the relationships will sit there, but be prepared the fact that these are going to take a little while to heal, okay? All right, so Capricorn, what I want to do now is just have a look, just a general spread for you guys over the course of the month and what you need to know most, okay? So this will bring up any subject that feels like it needs to come in, but very much what my intention and focus is with this spread is to have a look at what it is that you need to know most. Energetically, what is it that you, as a soul, as a person, just need to kind of reflect on and be aware of through the month of July in order to be your best self, in order to be moving forward where you want to, all of that kind of stuff, okay? So let's have a look. Flipping cards all over the place there, can you see that? Now I'm dropping them because I'm talking. That's okay. Let's just flip them through. Alright, I'm happy with that. Alright, nice. 1, 2. Yeah, see? Alright, so the energy for the month is the world, which is bringing in new opportunities. And as I said, I think that was really strongly reflected in through the work and career side of things that's there for some of you. Now you've also got the 9 of Cups, the Fool, the Death, and the Ace of Wands. So new beginnings. You've got double dose that's sitting there, but that comes off the back of you moving forward, taking some not risks, because I feel like there's awareness and calculation within that, but not being afraid to step forward a little bit into the unknown to actually move forward to where you want to be, okay? And those opportunities are going to be presented to you this month to do so. Just be really mindful. The 9 of Cups that's there, brings in those improvements. We can sometimes feel a little bit, don't get overzealous, keep yourself balanced. And it's not because there's not security in the things that you're doing, but it's because it's not going to serve you any purpose to sit in any kind of level of smugness, okay? And we say that with, appreciation and love. All right, so let's have a look. So, guys, what I want to do is just pull a spread for you guys and see what it is you need to know most for the month. So let's have a look. Okay, so your first card's out about taking a chance and understanding that nothing changes if nothing changes, okay? And that's the essence of this card. Think about the things that you're trying to shift, and everything else like that, and just sit with that. Capricorns, you're a factual person. Nothing changes if nothing changes, okay? So don't expect it to. All right. Now you've got the support card that's there, and that card's always just validation that there's a lot of love and support around, and that there are people that you can genuinely rely on and count on around you that have got your back, okay? So it's not that you need that this month, but I want to use the word need in the regard of that you should reach out and you should stay communicating, and you should lean on those around you that offers genuine support, so that you can talk through what has, that energy that has reflected that's going to come through this month of July, okay? So that sits there. So then you've got the crossroads, and very much so, as I said, around decisions and choices. That shows in the relationships, and it very much shows in the money and career side of things as well. It's going to show as well with yourself, because it's with strength and it's with courage and all of those sort of things that we. So there's a lot of learning of self this month for you guys, Capricorn, and a lot of just having to affirm and really stand strong in your own energy of what direction you're in, and making a choice around that. Am I actually moving towards a successful path, and do I have the courage to move forward with that, or am I going to keep taking little side streets along the way so that it takes me heaps longer to get there? And I feel like you're starting to really feel a lot more stronger in that energy, and so acknowledge it, because you deserve to be there with it, okay? So you've got the Sunset card that comes out next, and that card always reflects about the end of an era. And, as I'm sure you've heard me say by now, that's the thing around it. It's the end of an era. And eras, have lots and lots of beautiful things in there, as well as many challenges as well. So I always say it's like, the day at the fair, you've been on the rides all day, you've been exhilarated, you've had fun, you've ran around, you've had this really great day, but now at the end of the day, you're tired, you're probably sunburnt a little bit, you're dehydrated maybe, you're hungry maybe, you're just really exhausted. And so you sit at the end of the day just glad that you're being able to take a rest and the day's done, but really glad as well that the day was there. And so it's about endings that aren't all full of negativity, but endings nevertheless. And so sometimes that can be hard to let go of, even though you're excited and looking forward to the next day. All right. But the thing is, you've got the dead end card, that these things are no longer working for you, that you're letting come to a close. And I feel, this way doesn't work. And this card doesn't always jump out because it's a harsh message, but the harsh as far as I say that it's in the truth. It's just time to sit back and go, those things that are tapping on your shoulder that are no longer working for you, you have to sit in the truth of that, because okay, you haven't come to this reasoning just like that. It's time to sit into the truth of that and start to take some action around it. And it doesn't mean that everything has to happen at once, but the plans need to start coming into place. That can be with business and personal, grounding is always important for you guys. Thoughts flailing off here and there and everything else like that. It's always good to keep yourself connected and grounded. Just spending some time in nature, being mindful of your self-care. Where are you? Okay, so as I said, that question's been asked a lot through there. And that's a big question, that card. Honestly, it asks, where are you? If tomorrow was the last day of your life, where are you? Are you happy with what you've done? What are you regretting most that you didn't do? What chances do you wish you took that you didn't? Which challenges do you wish that you dared yourself to do that you didn't? And why aren't you? So as I said, there's a lot of energy in that card. There's a lot of self-reflection this month. So be kind with yourself, but let it drive you forward. Internal conflict, and again, thinking and everything else like that, just caught in your own thoughts, but be open to embracing the change. Be open to embracing changes around you. It's going to help release some of that internal conflict. Having patience, okay, that's just a little nice friendly reminder. Now, procrastination, all right, creating delays to avoid action. There's a lot of movement forward that requires strength and courage and wisdom and a little bit of I'm going to do this energy into it. And when we have all of that, it's really easy to procrastinate and create delays to avoid action. I'll just do this first. I'll just wait until the holidays are finished. I'll just wait until this is done. I'll just wait until that's done. But all we're doing is creating delays to avoid actually doing what we need to do. So really sit in your own truth of that energy this month, because you need to be aware of it, because otherwise it is going to create delays around you, and you're going to sit back at the end of the month going, why haven't I moved forward? It's because you've been in your own way. So remember that your goals are not impossible. Remember that, okay? Let that be your movement through the procrastination. So what you just need to know most is about maintaining your balance, okay, around yourself. Now, you've also got the external conflict card that's there, okay? And I feel when I sit in the energy of that card that there are people around you that don't always have your best interest in heart. If it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a freaking duck. So just trust in that. Stand very strong in what you know to be true. And if it conflicts with what you know to be true, what someone else is trying to tell you to be true, come back to yourself first. And if you still kind of want to be sure, go and triple check. You know what I mean? I don't feel like everyone's necessarily got your back the way they want to make out they do, okay? And I don't feel you need to be concerned or worried in that energy. I just feel you need to be aware, all right? Taking 5, so you've got the take 5, you've got the grounding, and you've got the patience card that's there, okay? So that's a big sort of gentle, nice reminder to look after yourself. Make sure you're taking time out, not just driving yourself forward all the time, and really look after your health and well-being this month, okay? I'm not feeling necessarily illness coming in around you, but I'm feeling exhaustion. So just be mindful to keep all your nice levels up, okay? And stand strong. You've got this. And whatever changes and whatever energy you're trying to bring around you for the month of July, you've got this. This has been a long time coming in its various different ways and forms. Smile with it. Be strong with it, okay? Really, really trust in yourself this month and drive yourself forward. There's a lot of movement there. All right, so Capricorn, that is what I have for you, and I hope that it resonates with you. If you have liked my time and appreciated it, please, as I said, give a like or a comment on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, I do the daily reads and the weekly reads as well, and the live feeds too. The workshops will be out this month. Not this month. I'm doing the month of focus this week. And they'll be listed up on Facebook, okay? And short videos here around them as well. So until I see you or where I see you guys, take care.